What's up, peeps? So season 3 in Warzone has been out for more than a week now. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys the greatest and smoothest settings if you guys are playing on console or on controller. Let's jump right into this video. So we're going to zip by everything, all right? So for the controller, I do have the default because I do have paddles in my controller. Now remember, I do use flipped, and you can just go ahead and click square there, and that'll switch the flipped and non-flipped. And that makes it so that you shoot with your L1, R1 instead of shooting with L2 and R2. If you guys don't have paddles, then I'd recommend to try bumper jumper tactical. It does take a while to use this one, but again, that's something that I would recommend. For my dead zone, again, my controller has been doing pretty good, and my dead zone right now it's at 0.04. And remember, the way to find your dead zone is go ahead and select your horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity all the way to 20 and select the dead zone to 0. If your screen is still moving, then that means you have to increase that dead zone. Once it stops moving, then that means that is the right dead zone for you. For this one, I've never touched it, so just keep it at 0.99. And again, I've been at 99 cents for quite a while now, and to be honest, it feels like the perfect sensitivity for me. Again, just so you guys know, my aiming side of the controller, so my right side stick does have a raised analog stick, right? So it is as if I was using control freak, so just do be aware of that one. Now if we take a look at the custom sensitivity for zoom, remember this one that low zoom and high zoom work differently. Low zoom now is only for anything less than a 2x, and this one's at 0.85. Then for my 2x, I've got 0.80. For my 3x, I got 0.80 as well. Then for my everything from 4x till basically the high zoom is going to be 0.73. I recommend you do something like this, maybe not have my same exact sensitivity, but I'd recommend you to have low zoom separate, then you have your 2x and your 3x as another category, and then everything below 4x as another category, and that's going to make it feel a lot smoother for you. For my aim response curve type, I've been using linear for so long. I tried dynamic just one of the days just because I was trying to play with it, and oh my god, I just felt like I was super slow for some reason. So linear has just been the way for me. Controller vibration, I love having it on. It just feels completely weird if I do not have anything going on in my controller. For the aim assist, I've been using standard forever, and this is the one I love. Here we got enabled, hold, toggle, equipment behavior. We got hold in here. Use and reload behavior. Here we've got tap to use. That is just so if you click something, you tap square, you will pick it up. And then here, I used to have apply one, but I did recently switch it to apply all. And this one allows you just to press your triangle once to start plating up. And this one is super important because you can do your other moves like running around, jumping, while continuing plating up. Just do realize that if an enemy comes up to you and you want to cancel the reload, that means you want to press triangle against or to cancel the plating. Sometimes your character will switch the weapon, which kind of sucks. Let's say you have your SMG out. You press triangle to start plating up. Somebody comes up to you, you try to cancel, so you press triangle again, but then that triangle also changes your weapon, and then sometimes you may have a sniper, so just do be aware of that. It's gotten me killed a couple of times, so just always be aware of that. For the slide behavior as well, I used to have this on hold, but if you click tap, it's just going to be a lot easier for you to go into that slide canceling. The auto move forward, I've got it disabled. Tactical sprint, I've got the double tap. For the automatic sprint, I've got it on the automatic tac sprint, which is all the way to the right. That means if you move your right analog stick forward, your dude will start automatically tactical sprinting. And then for the auto parachute, I do have it disabled. I used to have it enabled, but for Rebirth, I did notice that disabled was the way to go. There's just a lot of ridges and houses that if you pass over a house, it'll, deploy your parachute even though you don't want to. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting because for season 2 Reloaded, there were some changes for the Reworth Island, the way it looked. So these ones did change a little bit. Now for this one, I've got the camera movement, obviously at least 50%, no motion blur on any of these. The film grain doesn't affect the game at all, but I just keep it at 0. For the gore effects, I keep it enabled. This is something that I changed. I felt it was a little bit too bright, so I switched my brightness down to 48, and it's been working out pretty good. Now, I know a lot of people have been having that issue where all of a sudden your game doesn't render in, and I have that issue where it just looks complete potato. A lot of people said that you need to have this disabled, but as you guys can see here, I have it disabled and it does not affect anything at all. So I don't really know if this works at all, but I'm just gonna have it disabled just because. And then here we go with the interface, and this is something that I changed. I used to play in the Tritonopia, but now the colors are a little bit weird. So now I went back to this one, the Deuteranopia, and again selected to both. And this one's gonna make your game, especially if you play on Rebirth, a lot nicer. They did originally change the way Caldera looks, so just do be aware of that and select the one that best suits your personal preferences. And then here for the HUD for the HUD, of course, we got the square minimap rotation enabled, and here is everything that we got right here. For the text chat, obviously enabled, providing filter, everything like that, disabled here. And we got disabled R here. Now for the audio, again, I did change a couple things right here. Remember, I made a video on this, and I did mention that this right here, depending on what kind of headphones you got, the best ones I'd recommend would be either boost low, boost high, or go ahead and play in midnight mode. Again, remember that it does depend on what kind of headphones you have and what kind of presets. For me, boost high works the best. Now, I also recommend to lower down your master volume, lower it down to 70, and it does help because everything like the precision airstrikes and like the fire sale events, everything's super unnecessarily loud, and especially if it's at 100%. So I'd recommend you to lower this down to 70. Music volume, keep it down to 0. Dialogue volume to 20. Effects volume, always keep this at 100. This is your footsteps, people plating up, everything like that. Cinematics volume, we keep it at 60. This is only available in campaign mode, so it don't matter. For the hit marker sounds, a couple of people have asked me, why do my hit markers sound different? Usually it'd be selected in this one, Modern Warfare, but go ahead and try Classic. They just sound a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, and a little bit easier to notice. This is disabled. This is something that when I don't know if you guys have noticed, when some of your friends or teammates have echo, this is most of the time for the mic threshold. The higher the threshold, that means the more your headphones going to trigger. So I always go ahead and tell them to lower their threshold, and that is probably going to help them when they have echo or anything like that. And here also, if your teammates are too loud and you don't want to lower the voice chat, there's a voice chat effect. If you put stealth comms or classic chatter, it will change. It'll kind of add like a filter to your teammate's voice, which is pretty cool, but again, it can lower it. So if you guys think they talk loud, go ahead and select stealth comms. It actually helps out quite a bit. And here we got disabled and the Warshocks volume at 0. And then again, something that I always mention in case people don't know, in case you open the buy station or something like that and a friend invites you and you join by accident, go here all the way to the right hand side where it says account, and then go to the social notifications. If you have this enabled, that means they will pop up when you're playing, right? And if you click square, you will be able to join them. So always go ahead and hit disabled here and you won't see them. The only way you'll see them is if you hit that on the right hand side. That's the only way you'll see if somebody invited you or anything like that. And then here we got streamer mode. That is just if you don't want people that are watching your game to know your in-game name, your friends' in-game names, and anybody that you kill. All the names will be hitting on this one. And that was it for my settings video. Let me know down below in the comments, what settings do you have different than mine? Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next